Hey everyone, happy Wednesday. I am super excited to be hosting a virtual fitness class for you all. I actually brought my fiance Rasmus in, and he's going to be helping me out with the workout today. So I'm going to take him through the warm up, and then he's going to take me through the workout. We're really excited to join with you guys today. Had you guys sign up for this class because I wanted to start at 9 a.m. promptly. I feel like when you sign up for something, that really makes you accountable and holds you accountable to starting on time. So today we're going to go straight into the warm-up, or actually quickly we'll go over the workout and then we'll go into the warm-up. So Ras, do you want to quickly go over the workout?
Yeah. So there's like three portions to it. Portion A and B is going to be very similar. It's going to be like more strength / resistance training, whatever you want to call it. And then we have like a traditional sort of CrossFit conditioning piece at the end. To start out, before, like, if you look at this and you're like, man, I'm already tuning out because this is not what I can do, or anything, this is way above my abilities. Don't worry. Like, we got modifications for all of it, and a lot of it is time based, meaning that like, even if you need to take a rest, that's totally fine. Just take a short rest. You'll jump back in and finish out the time. So less of this is based upon reps and more so on time, which will make it a lot easier for a lot of you guys who's looking at this right now and thinking, wow, I'm just going to turn this off. This is silly. So anyway, real quick, we're going to do 2 sets first. 2 sets of 1 minute wall sit. Lauren will be sitting against the wall here in the background. After that, she'll go straight into 1 minute max reps air squats. And it is immediately after, so it'll be a continuous clock. So 1 minute straight into the other minute. After that, she'll rest for only 30 seconds. And I can guarantee, I did this workout yesterday, there's going to be a good leg pump here after just the first set. So 30 seconds rest won't be very much. You then go straight into to the second set, or the wall sit, into the air squats. Rest another 30 seconds, and now we are down here, where we're going to do 1 minute max reps push-ups, straight into a 1 minute of plank hold. Rest 30 seconds, sort of following the same template here, going back into the max push-ups, into the plank hold, and then we're done with portion A. So it's just 2 sets of the squats, 2 sets of like the upper body, shoulders, and plank hold, and then we're going into part B. Part B is going to be a little bit more chill. We're not going to take time on that one. It's going to take a little bit relaxed. We're going to do 2 sets, single leg hip thrust. Lauren's going to demo once we get there in a second, but there'll be essentially, you need a chair or a couch or something that can elevate. You can see the couch in the background. We're going to elevate a little bit off the ground. And then 15 V-ups. And 15, like, let's take that with a grain of salt, like, so 10 to 15. If you can't do 15, that's totally fine. You go a little lower reps, no issue there. Once you've gone through these 2 sets, we'll have it going where we start feeling somewhat fatigued towards the end, but getting a good workout in. You're doing 10 burpees, 20 jumping lunges, 10 bicycle crunches, and 20 mountain climbers. We'll save that for the time when we get there. I think for right now, we'll just get going with a warm-up. I think Lauren's going to take me through the warm-up, and then we'll get started with the first portion up here.
Just want to quickly go over if someone's a little bit intimidated by some of these movements. We're going to be discussing modifications as we go. So are you guys ready to start the warm-up? Yep. Okay. All right, we're going to go. 3, we're going to start with 20 seconds of jumping jacks. So just get that heart rate moving, blood flowing. All right. 3, 2, 1, jumping jacks. 20 seconds. Just going to keep on moving. I always like, before I start a workout, just to get the blood flow going. It helps me feel good. All right. You guys have 7 seconds. 3, 2, 1, rest. Next thing we're going to go into is arm swings with a forward motion. So 10 forward and then 10 back. So arm swings, 10 forward, and then you're going to go 10 backwards. So Rasmus is demonstrating for me while I'm coaching. And then once he finishes the forward movement, then you guys are going to go backwards. Just get those arms nice and loose. How's everyone doing on this Wednesday? All right, next thing we're going to go into is an inchworm walk. So you're going to bend over. Your knees are going to be slightly bent. As you bend over, walk out straight into a push-up. And then you're going to walk back up. And then you're going to stand all the way up. You're going to do 3 reps. You're going to bend down, walk out, do a push-up. If you have to, you can do the push-up on your knees. Now we're just stretching out those hamstrings, kind of doing a full body movement. Once you finish 3 of those, all right, we're gonna go into 20 seconds of jumping jacks. 3, 2, 1, go. I just want to emphasize that a lot of people think body weight workouts are so easy, but you can actually make them very tough. And today's workout, I promise you all, you're gonna get sweaty. This is gonna be fun. All right, you have 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next thing we're gonna go into is arm swings over and under. You're gonna give yourself 10 big hugs. Kind of be grateful that we get to work out and get to use our fitness. Once you finish 10 of those, we're gonna go back into our inchworm walks. So same thing, bend down if you have to. If your hamstrings aren't super flexible, you can have a slight bend in your knees and you're gonna walk out. Do a push-up, walk back in, stand up. Again, it is 100% okay to go on your knees. Like today's workout is all about doing everything at your ability. We never want to make you do anything that you cannot do. All right, one more rep, Rasmus. And then we're gonna go straight into 20 seconds of jumping jacks. 3, 2, 1, go. Rasmus seems to be breathing hard at me. This is just the warm-up. We're only getting started, everyone. All right. Almost there. 10 seconds. Keep on moving. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next thing we're going to go into is a squat hold. So Rasmus is going to squat down. And you're going to hold it at the bottom of the squat. We're going to hold it there just for 10 seconds, kind of move around, get a little loose. You just want to stretch it out, feel your hips opening up. And then you're going to reach up with your right arm. I want you guys to feel that for 10 seconds. Just hold it there. Again, just kind of moving around, feeling the flow of it. And then we're going to move to the left side, left arm up for 10 seconds. And then we're gonna go both arms up, challenging yourself a little bit. And then I'm gonna have Rasmus stand up. And then we're gonna do 10 air squats. So your feet are gonna be just a little bit outside of hip width. And you're gonna really drive those knees out, push your butt back, squat down. We're gonna do 10 reps, slow and controlled. So Rasmus, can you go a little bit slower? We really just wanna feel again the motion, what we're gonna be doing in the workout. And then we're gonna finish off with 20 seconds of jumping jacks, and that was a 5-minute warm-up. All right, 2, 1, go, jumping jacks. 15 seconds. This is fun. Today's gonna be such a fun workout. I'm so excited to be joining you guys. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we're done with the warm-up. That was 5 minutes and shows that you can get a great warm-up in only 5 minutes. That's all you need. Now we're gonna jump straight into the workout, but we're gonna give you guys a minute or two to grab some water, take a little breath of fresh air, and then Rasmus is gonna talk about what we're doing for the workout.
Yeah, hey guys, so, well, first off, I apologize for my haircut. Lauren decided to give me like a mushroom haircut the other day. Rather than being closed nowadays, it's kind of hard to just sustain, I guess, normal living. Hey, so yeah, while you grab that water and towel, whatever you need, I'm just going to go over a few things here. So for part A, I'm just going to focus on part A and part B, and part C, we'll take that as we get there. For part A, wall sit will be against the wall. Just the back against the wall. Lauren will show you in a second. You can modify that by going a little higher if you need to. You don't have to sit. Ideally, you want to sit like at a 90 degrees with your legs and thighs being at 90 degrees. If you need to go a little higher, that's totally fine. No worries. Again, as we also said earlier, split it up. If you need to take a little break, come out of that hold, shake out the legs, that's totally fine. Get back into it and finish up the time. If you need to take another break, that's no issue at all either. After that 1 minute, we'll go straight into that 1 minute of max reps air squats. There is no break, so the timer will just continue, and you're just trying to knock out as many air squats as you can, obviously a good form, but just do it at your own pace, but try to make it burn. We are dealing with bodyweight movements today, meaning that we are lower, there's not too much weight with it, but we can still create intensity by making it burn in this part here. Just go for as many reps as you can with that good form, and you will for sure feel a good burn. After 30 seconds rest, go into the second set. Immediately into the plank push-ups, into the plank hold. The push-ups, as Lauren said earlier, I think she briefly mentioned going on your knees. Really, like I was on my knees yesterday. A minute is a long time. You will not be able to sustain a full minute in a normal good push-up position. If you can go start there in a normal push-up, but then move on to your knees. You can start with just moving on to one knee or both knees, but the idea here is to get a higher reps, okay? So higher amount of reps. So put in your knees. Just start with normal push if you can, go onto your knees and continue for the duration of that minute and get as many reps as you can. Here, the knees are totally fine. Go straight into that plank hold. You can either hold it in a high plank on your hands, or you can go on your forearms. No right or wrong for this one here, whatever you feel more comfortable with. 30 seconds rest, and then literally just repeat what we just said. Just quickly, the single leg hip thrust, again, is 10 to 15. I would just put 15 because that's what Lauren will be doing, but you can go less than that, and you can even go 5 to 15. And V-ups, again, 5 to 15, I guess we should put in the range. We'll take that and show that exactly when we get there. All right, so Lauren, go ahead. All right, so get against the wall. If you don't have a wall, you can even hold it in the middle of your living room. I don't know if you don't have a wall. I don't really know where you're living, but in case you don't,
a squat hold.
Exactly. In case you don't have a wall, you can do a squat hold, and just hold it like that. Okay. All right, get ready, guys. Go against the wall. We'll start here in 3 seconds. 2, 1, go. 1 minute wall sit hold. Oh, this is fun. I got all silent all of a sudden.
So you really want to try to keep your knees in line with your hips, keep that core braced. Your feet might be a little bit outside of your hips or just in line with your hips, and we're really going to feel those quads burn.
"30 seconds. Halfway.
Can you just get my mat on the carpet? Hold it on the carpet.
All right, guys, you got 15 seconds left.
For some of you, you might be shaking it out. That's okay. Just stand up and rest, but we're almost there.
Got 10 seconds. You get 5 seconds left, and then straight into the air squats. 2, 1, and air squats.
And you're going to go for as many reps as you can in 60 seconds. So for some of you, that might be this pace, a little bit slower. For some of you, you might be speeding it up.
Got 45 seconds.
Really try to get below parallel if you can, but if you can't do that, that's okay. Just take it again at your own ability.
"30 seconds.
Remember, today is all about having fun.
15.
I forgot I lost count.
5, 3, 2, 1. 30 seconds rest. There you go. Check out the legs. Okay, so guys, the goal here is to get the legs back to normal here. Shake them out. Ideally, in the second round, try to hold them the same amount of time. If you're holding for the full minute, try to go for that full minute. 15 seconds left. If you took a break, that's fine. Do that again. And then on the air squats, try to see if you can get the same amount of reps or in the same range. So slightly below is fine, but try to aim for that same amount of reps as you just did right now. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and back at it. Nice. "45 seconds left.
Again, if you need to stand up and shake it out, that's okay. I might have to do that. I can feel my quads burning.
"30 seconds. It should start to burn right now. If it doesn't burn your legs right now, you're doing something wrong. 15 seconds.
I can feel my legs burning.
5, 3, 2, 1, and air squats. See if you can get the same number as last round.
I know some people like to really get that swinging motion on the air squats. That kind of helps you get in rhythm. Some people just like to keep their hands right in front. Just do what's comfortable for you.
And halfway. 30 seconds.
Let's see how many reps you guys can get.
15. 10. Almost there. 5. Should be burning, guys. That is totally fine. 2, 1, and rest. Okay, guys, you got 30 seconds of rest. No more legs for right now. Now we're moving into to the shoulder and some core. You'll be doing 30 seconds, or 1 minute, sorry, of max rest push-ups. Move back. As we talked about, guys, scale as you need to. This is meant to be high reps, so don't be the hero and try to go for normal push-ups the whole way through, unless obviously you're able to do that the whole way through. But 3, 2, 1, go. Max rest push-ups in 1 minute. Just gonna put this screen down. The goal is to get as many reps as you can, guys. Yeah, good part. Forms. Keep the elbows in a 45 degrees to the body. Shoulders just hands slightly outside the shoulders. Look at what Lauren is doing. It's a pretty good example of what you need to do. Make sure the hips does not drop. Typical mistakes is that the hip will drop as you're doing these push-ups. So keep the core braced and keep a good hollow position. 30 seconds. That's a good point too. 20 seconds. 15.
You should definitely start to feel it burning
10,
in your shoulders now.
5, 3, 2, 1. Straight into a plank hold. 1 minute plank hold here. So for the plank hold, how to modify the plank hold? As long as you can go in the forearms, you can go on the hands, do whatever you feel comfortable with. If you need to, you can put one knee in the ground. So you can take one knee in the ground. That would help taking off a little bit of load. Or if you need to, you can put both knees in the ground, and you can still get a really good plank hold out of this. If needed to be, you can even go for a side plank hold. That would be fine as well. You are halfway, 30 seconds in.
Answer someone asked if they can watch the video later.
Yes, guys. If you need to jump out for some reason, then this video will be available to watch later. And also, we'll have a short Q&A after this in case there's any questions need to be answered. We'll save that for after. 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1, and rest. 30 seconds rest.
Shake out those arms. I know my arms are burning already. Let's see other questions. Legs are on fire. Same amount of reps as me. Good job.
15 seconds. In case you didn't know, it's going to be a little bit harder in the second set. 8 seconds. Scale if need to be. Lauren has still not put an even. 2, 1, go. But scale is needed, guys. Try to get the same amount of reps or in the same range. 1 minute.
Talk about their butt sagging to go down to their knees.
Got it. Okay. 20 seconds in, 40 seconds to go.
Definitely take those rests if you need it.
30 seconds. 20 seconds. 10 seconds.
I'm at 26.
27, 28. 5 seconds. 2, 1, and plank hold. One minute plank hold, and then we are done with part A. Moving into a little bit easier part B in a second.
Keep that core braced and keep that butt down.
Thirty seconds.
You should be sweating. I'm sweating.
$15 seconds.
Keep on holding. Almost there.
10, 5, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Now you can take it a little bit easier.
Grab a little bit of water if you guys need it, and then we're gonna move into the next portion, which again is not for time.
Yeah, so take a little breather here. Lord needs water. All right, so while you guys are recovering, we're gonna talk about the next portion here. Get that glass of water or get that water bottle out and get a towel out. Just wipe down a little bit. Get the AC going if you're inside. I mean, maybe that's one of the luxuries, I guess, of being inside. You can turn on the AC. Okay, guys, so we're moving into part B. Done with part A, done with that part. Part B, we're going to take a little bit easier. There's no time for this one here. So just follow along and kind of just modify as needed. This will be a little down period before we go into a little bit more intensity at the end. We're going to do 2 sets. 2 sets again. Single leg hip thrust on each leg. You're going to be doing a range of really whatever you want, but 5 to 15, I'm going to say. The scaling for this, or the modification, if this is too hard, will be to do a glute bridge instead on the ground. And then you're moving into 15 V-ups, or in that range, like 10 to 15, 5 to 15 V-ups. Right. So, Lauren, let's demo the first one. Lauren's going to demo right now, so it's not starting. It's just going to demo both of the exercises, and then we'll move into the 2 sets. Okay, so this is just a demo. Just follow along. Don't follow along, I should say. Follow along on the screen. Just look, and we'll move into it in a second. So hip thrust. I mean, our couch is not ideal, but it'll definitely do the job. Move down so the couch is kind of sitting in your upper back. You're having one leg in the ground, just right under the knee, or slide in front of the knee, and you're essentially just using your glute and hamstring to shoot up your hip in the air. Exactly like Lauren's doing right there. All right? So you'll be doing 10 to 15, 5 to 15 on each leg. If that's not possible, if you feel like you cannot shoot your hips high up enough in the air, if you can only have a little bit of movement, move down to the ground, and you'll be doing glute bridges on the ground. Single leg glute bridges, same concept. Now you're just on the ground, just to make it a little bit easier. You can even assist a little bit with your hands here to make it a little bit easier. Or, as Lauren was saying right now, like you can also do this both feet in the ground at the same time, and that will be the last option. Right? That's for the single leg hip thrust. For the V-up, Lauren, can you just demonstrate a V-up? Again, living room space being a little tight, but a V-up, essentially from a hollow hold to going in and touching your legs with your hands. Scaling option for this will be that will be the hardest version. The easier version will be an atomic sit-up, as we call it. Same starting position, but you're just moving into more of a tuck hold. So that would be the easier option. And I want to say the last option will be normal sit-ups. So just go up, or whatever you want to call these sit-ups. Legs will be out in front of you, and you're just pulling your heels in and almost dragging the heels on the ground, and then finishing in a little ball almost. Okay. Same idea. Use whatever sort of modification is better for you. Right? That was a few minutes of rest. Let's move into these 2 sets. We're starting with the hip thrust. We're going to do 2 sets. We're going to start with left leg. I like to always start with your weakest leg. So start with whatever is your weakest leg and move into your better leg afterwards. 15 reps one for you. For you guys, do as many as you feel fit.
You want to start it together?
Yeah, go ahead.
Talk about it's okay to break.
Yeah, Lauren's mentioning it's okay to break it up into small sets, and that is totally fine. I gave you a range. You don't have to do 15, but you're right. Lauren's right. You can also do this in 2 sets or 3 sets.
You should be feeling those glutes burning. I'm going to take a little bit of rest, and then I'll go straight into my right leg. I think one of the things to focus on the single leg hip thrust, and even if you're down in the glute bridges, make sure you keep that rib cage tucked down. So try not to break at the top.
So what Lauren means by that is like when you're tucking your rib cage, you're bracing your core and you're tucking in your rib cage. And as Lauren's saying, the tendency is when you get on the top, if you're squeezing hard enough, you'll be breaking your midline, and try not to do that.
I'm at 10. I'm definitely sweating. Hope you guys are too.
Let's see if there's any comments we need to address. Oh wow, Lauren's moving straight into the V-ups. Ilya, hip thrust is what Lauren just did. So you'll be doing it again in the next set. Don't worry if you missed this. Someone has a central time. We'll be doing this later again. Or you can rewatch this video.
I just finished my first set. I'm going to rest a little bit. Again, this is not for time. We really want to emphasize form and good technique. So if you need to take a little bit longer rest, that's okay. Once I finish, there's going to be plenty of time before we start the workout to get started together.
Right, hip thrust.
Talk about the legs further.
Oh yeah, good way. Like Lauren brought up a good point here. The more you bring out the non-working legs, in this case Lauren's right leg, the more you bring it out in front and have it straight, the harder it'll get. So if you're right between the glute bridge and the hip thrust, try to bend your leg, your right leg or the non-working leg. The more you bend it, the less weight will be out in front of you, and the easier the movement will be. It's a good way to modify if you're right between those 2 exercises, between the glute bridge and the hip thrust.
So I'm taking a break. I just did 10, and then I'm going to finish up 5 on my left leg. Again, it's 100% okay to take breaks.
Maybe this is a good time to talk about range of motion. So like the hip thrust is a relatively hard exercise to do. If you're not able to get what we call like full range of motion, meaning if you cannot go from the bottom of the rep all the way to like where Lauren is at the top, then I believe it's much better to scale to or modify to the next version down where you're able to hit that full range of motion. Making it a little bit easier, but then hitting that full range of motion is, in my opinion, a better way to do an exercise.
Again, if you guys have any questions at all, like feel free to ask us.
Well, actually, save the questions for later. We're doing a Q&A at the end.
In the moment, if they have questions.
Right. Last set of V-ups. Oh, sorry.
Actually, I want to show I'm going to do 3 different variations. So I'm going to do the 5 V-ups, so you guys can see the different movements. So that was the V-up. And then the second option, if you weren't able to do that, was the atomic sit-ups. So you really want to focus on tucking those knees to your chest. And the last option, which I gave my mom yesterday, was your feet are on the ground pointed out, hands are off the floor, and you're gonna bring those feet in. So you're gonna slide them against the floor. Now it's 15.
All right. Good job, guys. If you're finishing up, don't worry. Just finish up these reps. We'll take a little bit of a water break, a little bit of a towel break. Let me get the screen up a little bit again. Feels kind of weird. You're cutting off my face. Yeah, so take that little break as needed. Finish up if you're finishing up, and then in a half a minute or so, like we'll talk about how to do part C, because we are now done with part A and part B.
Quickly, Brass, do you want to go over this question? What's the benefit of doing hip raise elevated versus your back on the ground? Actually, we'll go over that question after the workout.
Yeah, hang tight. We'll cover those questions at the end after the workout. It's a good question, though.
And for someone who just said they are not in shape, you are 100% fine. This workout is meant to be done towards your ability, and you'll especially like the next part because you're just going to move as quickly as you can for your level.
Yeah, so maybe that's a good time to then talk about the workout. All right, so for part C, guys, we will be doing as many rounds as possible in 10 minutes. Lauren's handwriting is not the greatest over here, but that says 10 minutes over there. So we're going to start a timer. We're going to move through these 4 exercises, as many rounds as we can in 10 minutes, okay? First exercise being burpees, then jumping lunges, bicycle crunches, and mountain climbers. The rep scheme is 10, 20, 10, 20, okay? That's all you have to remember. Remember the 4 exercises, and then 10, 20, 10, 20, and that's the way it's going to stay the whole way through. All right, so let's demo. Lauren's going to do a burpee. I know space can be a little bit limited, maybe, same for us here. But burpee, Lauren, slow down a little bit. So burpee is starting from standing. You're jumping down to on the ground, chest on the floor. You can step down. You can jump down. However you're getting down to the floor is really up to you. The step down option might be good if you're not on the first floor, but if you have someone underneath you. Burpees, you don't have to like jump. We're just essentially going from on the floor into standing position, however you want. Next exercise, jumping lunges. Jumping lunges, essentially just what I'm doing right here. Maybe just pull the screen down a little bit so you can see them. Jumping lunges is a lunge, and as you're coming out of the lunge, you're jumping into the next rep. However, that is a relatively advanced movement, or at least it will get hard. It will get really hard. And this modification for this one here will be to just do normal reverse lunges and not jumping in between them. It takes a little bit longer time, but it will be slightly easier. 10 bicycle crunches. Someone will be on the floor.
Put the screen down.
It's fine, you can see it. And you're just rotating with your legs, and as your upper body are kind of hitting that elbow to the knee. I'm really not sure why it's called bicycle. I guess it looks like she's riding a bicycle, but that's the name of the exercise. Modification for that one, Lauren. So like you can keep the knees or feet in the ground. So rather than having your feet off the ground, keep the feet in the ground, and you're just rotating your upper body. Try to rotate that elbow as close to your knee as you can. You don't necessarily have to get all the way up there, but still try to get some good rotation in. Okay, 10 reps, and that is 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how we count it. Mountain climber being the last one. You're getting back in that plank hold position, and your knees traveling up towards your elbow. Lauren is right now doing it at a pretty good speed, but the modification for this, a slower version or the easier version will be just to slow it down. Just doing one leg at a time. You don't have to jump in between them. The knees, the goal is to get it as close as possible to that elbow. It doesn't have to hit the elbow at all, but just try to get it as close as you can. And that's it. You're doing 10, 20, 10, 20, and those reps stays the same. If there's one of the movements for some reason that takes you a very, very long time, you can cut that down by a few reps, but try to stick to that rep scheme and just modify the exercise as needed. All right? 10 minutes. We're going to start a timer here in a half a minute or a minute, and then we'll just go for 10 minutes. After that, we're done, and we'll cut it into to just a little stretching and Q&A session. Any questions?
No, just going over that, growstrong.com. We'll talk about it more after, but I think everyone's ready to get started with the workout.
Yeah, so get started, get some space around you. We're doing burpees first. I'll start a timer. I'll put it right here so you can keep so you know I'm not cheating. All right. Are you ready, Lauren?
Yep. Are you guys ready?
3, 2, 1, go.
Good job, guys.
20 lunges. So 10 burpees, now moving into the 20 lunges.
I hope you guys have friendly neighbors if you're doing the jumping lunges.
And now into the 10 bicycle crunches. I'm just gonna move the screen down.
Remember to focus on your breath, so remember to breathe.
And now into the 20 mountain climbers. Yeah, guys, we're 90 seconds in.
You guys are going to be ready to attack pit day after this. Straight into jumping lunges. Remember, it's okay to break. If you need to, take a little bit of rest. And count down 3, 2, 1, back at it.
Two and a half minutes in.
My mat is sliding.
Bicycle crunches, 10 reps. At this point, guys, I'm going to stop saying what the exercise is because you probably already separated. Maybe you're ahead of Lauren, maybe behind Lauren. That's fine. You're just following your own pace for the next 10 minutes or the next 7 minutes, whatever is left of this workout.
Remember to smile and have fun. You guys got it.
Go. Yeah, guys. Someone says you're hard to keep up with. How did I have time to do this? How did I have time to type? Go!
What?
Nothing. I'll tell you after. 4 minutes.
Remember to keep that chest up when you're jumping lunges or lunges.
I'll tell you in a second. Round 3. Almost halfway.
You guys got it.
man. I guess we're halfway, 5 minutes in, 5 minutes to go.
It's gonna start to burn, but this is where you keep on pushing. Just remember to breathe.
Nice line. Good job, ladies. Good job, guys. There's 3 minutes and 45 seconds left. 3 minutes and 45 seconds.
Again, you can make this as hard as easy as you want, so if you need to, just take a breath of fresh air and keep going.
You go.
Huh?
You keep going. Three minutes, guys.
What round is this?
Or around 5. Well, there's 2 minutes left. You're almost done. This is where it's going to start to hurt a little bit. There you go. Guys, if you're giving up, I hope you understand that this is not following along with Lauren. This is doing your own pace. So Lauren is now starting round 6, I believe it is. But for you guys, if you're on round 2, you're round 3, whatever it is, that's totally fine. You'll be following that rep scheme, and you'll keep doing that for the last 90 seconds, and not worrying about what Lauren is doing. Okay, guys, almost going into the last minute, and then you're done. There's nothing else after this. One minute. Try to see if you can speed it up a little bit here in the last minute. You go out 30 seconds, and then you're done. $40 seconds. 30 seconds. 20 seconds, ladies. 20 seconds, guys. We're almost there.
As you can.
6 rounds. 15 seconds. You got 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1, and rest.
Time.
You are done. Good job. Oh, you go sit over there. I'll bring it over there. All right, guys, grab a little bit of water, grab a little towel. If you do need, yeah, good point. If you do need to get going, if you have a job to go to for some reason, if you're one of those few people, get going. If you have to get on your computer right next to this workout, go get going, whatever you want. If you have a few more minutes, we'll be taking you through some stretching. We're just hitting the 45-minute mark, so perfect timing. If you do have a little bit more time left, we will be going over like just a few stretches. Lauren will take you through a few stretches. And then we'll do a very short Q&A afterwards with any questions you may have, or maybe a long Q&A if there's a lot of questions. But if you have to get going, we are done. Now it's just stretching and a little bit of Q&A afterwards. All right, Lauren.
Do you want to bring the computer down if people have questions, or we can stretch together?
Take them through the stretching first. We'll do it.
Okay.
The stretching.
All right. We're gonna go into butterfly pose, just sitting down. So feet together. You're gonna drive those knees out with your elbows. Just kind of calm your heart rate and just relax here. If you can, try to bend over. I see my water. That was a tough workout. I'm sweating. I'm glad I had a yoga mat on the carpet. All right, next thing we're gonna move into is pigeon pose. So right leg forward. I'm no yoga instructor, so my flexibility is not gonna be the greatest, but yeah, I'm sure you guys get the trick. So we're gonna hold it here. Again, if you guys have any questions or any comments about how we can help you guys during these difficult times, during like this coronavirus and everything that's going on in the world, like just please leave a comment for us. We really want to do anything to help you guys. All right, switch sides to the left side, pigeon pose.
Let's see. Everyone sing. Oh, 6 rounds, 30 reps. That's good.
That's awesome. And if you guys like this workout, also comment that you want more of these, because we're definitely open to doing more of these live video workouts if you guys liked it.
Lauren did 6 rounds plus how many burpees?
5 burpees?
I don't know. 6 rounds plus a few burpees. She's pretty slow.
All right, we're gonna move into right foot. It's gonna go right next to your right hand. You're gonna drop that left knee down. And then if you guys are flexible enough, you're gonna get that right elbow to the floor. For me, man, I really need to stretch more. You're gonna hold it there. Then we're gonna reach up, squeeze that glute, really drive that left hip forward, and then you're gonna reach back and over. Hold that, we really wanna open up those hips. Then we're gonna move into left side, left foot next to your left hand. Drop that right back knee. If you can, drop that left elbow. If you can't, just hold it here, or maybe you might be up here. Just go as far as your flexibility allows. Hold it there. And then reach back and over, squeeze that right glute. And we're gonna just move into child's pose for the last one. That's always my favorite. I'm just gonna relax there, so child's pose. All right. That's it for the workout, warm-up, workout, and cool down. If you guys have any questions, we'll stay on here and just answer some of your questions for a little bit. If you have to get going, that's okay. You can watch the rest of this later.